What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boston Clinic. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to the YTBC. We working, and we back with some boxing talk. One of this, my dudes that comment, good to see. Get to the boxing news and forget the intro. It's my page, and I want to do an intro. If I want to shout out my boy Money Brown TV, so I go follow him. I can do that. But don't forget, we got the tech page popping off. Link in the description. Thanks for everybody that subscribed. Definitely you got some free game you could pass along and make money off it how you want to make money off of it. Something better than Netflix, better than Cody. We got everything over there that get it popping. We're going to continue to keep that movement going. DUI page, do it yourself. Also, like our Facebook page, and if you want to donate, all that's in the description. But, something that too many people ain't detailing it, man. Work hard, drop a lot of videos, but drop a lot of knowledge as well. And people crossing their fingers, hoping that Terence Crawford and Thurman and Spence can get in the ring, or Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. But hate to inform you that I don't believe that's gonna happen. Yesterday I hinted at it in the Badou Jack Adonis Stevenson video that's gonna be going down in March. And Eldar Alvarez and Alexander Gufic, it's supposed to be the mandatories. The winner of that fight is going to be the mandatory to the winner of Badou Jack Adonis Stevenson. They must fight next. And it was basically a foregone conclusion in my mind that fight was going to be on the co-feature. But no. Al Heyman and Bob Arum is not working together. So it's going to a purse bid. They can't determine which network is going to put on the fight. I don't understand why it can't be on the co-feature. So I'm not even going to put the whole onus on Bob Arum here. It sounds like to me that PBC potentially doesn't want to pay for Gufic and Eldar Alvarez. Excuse me. It seems like they want to pay for that because they put on a co-feature. But like I've been explaining, the small part of boxing business I do know is that the promoter pays for the undercard, so that comes out of the promoter's pocket. And maybe they don't want to pay for them for that card, or maybe Gufic, the nail. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. Maybe his team wants to, make it a main event instead of a co-feature. It could be a many of possibilities, but it just doesn't make any sense why they can't make a mid-level fight like this. Why Bob and Al Heyman can't hash out a deal, and we'll see who wins the purse bid. Because Eldar Alvarez is just a needle in the haystack when it comes to the abundance of fighters that Al Heyman does have. But at the same time, Al Heyman wants to make sure his fighters are, paid well. So that doesn't bode well. That they can't even work together to make a mid-level fight. Now jump over to the junior welterweight division. Now I've been telling you guys that the WBC had an unofficial tournament, which it includes Amir Ahman and Jose Ramirez, who will be fighting March 17th. And I'm thinking about going to that fight. It's the week of my birthday. So I'm thinking about going back to Madison Square Garden in New York City for St. Patrick's Day weekend. It was crazy last year. I went for Danny and Triple G. This time I'm going to get some footage for y'all. Maybe I can get some interviews, God willing, if we can make it out that way. But the other half of the tournament was Victor Postol, who's a top-ranked affiliate, and Regis Prograis, who's affiliated with Al Heyman. They couldn't even make that fight. So you got one part of the tournament is going to be popping, and this is another case where, and this is on, you could say this is on Bob Arum, Al Heyman, where they could have put both of these fights on the same card. Maybe it's not enough money. Maybe Bob is not willing to pay Victor Postol and Regis Prograis two good paydays, plus pay Amir Ahman and and Jose Ramirez 2 good paydays. So it could be a case of that. But that fight, according to my boy Corey IOTBA, excuse me. Talked to him today. He told me that he been talking to Regis and he's going to purse bid. So they can't even work together on some mid-level fights. To be two WBC eliminators for their fighters could be world champions. They can't even work together. That's amazing. And guys like me and some of the guys out there really believe that they're gonna really pull a miracle out and work with Terence Crawford, Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, whoever. It's not going to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen unless the money is so extreme and it's such a surefire million pay-per-view buys. I don't believe it's gonna happen, and I could be totally wrong. I really could. And I hear the play is like Earl can get either Keith or Terence Crawford this year. It's really a play in for that, but I don't believe that as well. I just don't. The way they move in business, like what people will bring up, well, Al and Bob worked together for John Molina and Felix Diaz versus Terence Crawford in 2 separate bouts. Whoop-de-blam. Those are 2. Al Heyman had the C-level fighter, and it wasn't even the A and the B side. It was a C and the A side. And both times he had the C side. It's not what these WBC eliminators is. Neither 4 of these guys are A-side type fighters. You might say Postal because of what he's done, but this is mainly B&B fighters. Fighters that really deserve the same amount of purse bid, and nobody wants to pay them or bring them onto their network between Al and PBC and Bob and Top Rank. And we really believe in that. These fights can happen when these fights can happen. They can't even work together to hash out a mid-level deal. Can't. And I would love to sit on these negotiations and these talks, and I'm pretty sure they're talking through people and they're not talking with each other. If they got on the horn together, it'd probably be catastrophic. And we holding out hope for Crawford, and Crawford is holding out hope. Crawford is just going to have to bend over and take it from Bob Arum and fight yesterday's trash. And what Al would be smart to do is get one of his guys to go get ranked in the WBO, force that purse bid, and go grab that title and get him an undisputed champion. And that's what he might end up doing. Is it an outside chance they can make Crawford and Errol Spence and Keith Thurman? Possibly, but I really think it's below 10% at this point. Look how long it took for them to make Mayweather and Pacquiao, and that was a $100 million fight for a very long time. They strung it out till they couldn't string it out no more, and it didn't happen until Bob Arum was willing to let Pacquiao and Michael Collins go negotiate with Mayweather and Al Heyman. And history tells us that he's the guy that's holding up this fight, but that might not necessarily be true all the time. So, just giving y'all the play. Shout out to everybody. We gone.